Tests recently, say in the last day or two. We're currently investigating a missing person case that occurred within the beautiful dream.
I see. Then you'll have to speak with Gallagher. But he's currently busy hosting a visitor from the Oak family and specifically asked not to be disturbed. Mr. Yang, the person you're looking for, is it Miss Robin?
Just as I thought. Considering what happened with Miss Firefly, this doesn't come as a surprise.
If you're looking for Miss Robin, I can lead the way. She told me that she'd be willing to meet with outside guests.
If it's not too much trouble. Also, we're looking for our missing companions. A woman with red hair.
Dreamflux Reef is a small place, and it's not as bustling as the beautiful Dream, but its safety is unmatched. How about this? Send companions, and then we can all go visit Miss Robin together. She's gone to Mrs. Grace's to visit the children. She won't be leaving anytime soon, so there should be enough time.
All right then. We now know the answer to both murder cases that have caused such commotion in Penacony. As for the intentions of the mastermind behind it all, we're still none the wiser. Yes, that's my thinking as well. I'm not entirely certain, but we still have to find him one way or another. Say, you mentioned before that you saw Clocky that only you could see, right?
Everyone, look! From here, you can see the most spectacular view of Dreamflux Reef.
Black hole? No. An accretion disk formed from consolidated memoria? Was Dreamflux Reef built on such unstable memoria?
Oh, so Mr. Yang is also versed in memoria dynamics. I was just trying to figure out how to explain this huge hole to everyone. I bet you guys have a lot in common with Miss Kami. Look! There she is!
My calculations are finally done. In another 10 system hours, the above dream will swallow the dream below. My hypothesis was correct. This place will cease to exist as the dream devours everything. Who are you all, and why haven't you left yet? This place is about to disappear. I'm Kami, a dreamscape surveyor specializing in memoria dynamics, and this is my life's work that I'm researching. See that huge gaping hole? It was just a narrow rift many years ago, but now it's grown into a giant hole. The surrounding memoria has been flowing towards the other end of the hole at a constant velocity, slowly but surely. But the scary part is, according to my calculations, the flow rate of Memoria has recently changed, and it's faster than ever before. It's almost as if something is sucking it in from the other side. By constantly improving upon Madame Rosalina's Memoria measurement method, I've finally obtained accurate results. After 10 system hours, the Dreamflux Reef will cease to exist. It will disintegrate like a melting glacier, and then fuse with the sweet dream fragments on that side of the void.
Please don't worry. This sort of thing has happened many times before. Miss Kami isn't a bad person. She's just a bit lost in her own world. She'll probably realize she's wrong soon enough.
You don't say. There was something else that piqued my interest. Who is Madame Rosalina?
Oh, do you know her too? Or are you also a fan of Memoria Dynamics?
We're very interested in Madame Rosalina's achievements. Could you tell us a little more about them?
Why, of course! She's an excellent scholar of Memoria Dynamics, and the first person to apply Memoria rate measurement methodology on interstellar travelers. Regrettably, due to the presence of the Garden of Recollection, ordinary people don't pay much attention to the nature of Memoria. She departed this world without much fame, leaving only a few thin journals behind. I came to Penacony. I felt it.
Does the name Madame Rosalina sound familiar to you? That's right. It seems like she did a great deal of research and calculations in Dreamflux Reef before abruptly passing away.
Miss Kami regularly mentions her. I hear Madame Rosalina passed away during the prison war. She could see the Penacony of today. Its people building homes in the memory zone. I bet she'd be really happy.
Perhaps.
Our destination is the commercial district. That's where the largest crowds gather in Dreamflux Reef. We might be able to find the others there.
Let me go! Ghost! There's a ghost! Don't come near me! Oh my. I'm human and so are you. Can you get a grip? Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you two. Quickly, come help. I bumped into a member of the family on the way here. He was so scared and I just wanted to calm him down. But... Let me go! Let me go! I've only done good in my life. Why can't I rest in peace after death? Well, this is how it turned. Ha ha! He thinks he's
Dear guest, this is not the afterlife. This is Dreamflux Reef.
That's right. Did you hear that? Repeat after me. Dreamflux Reef.
You're talking to someone invisible. If I'm not dead, what am I? I shouldn't have pushed my luck and tried sleeping in my dream. Curiosity kills the Papeshi. Stop asking! You'll alert the monsters. All the dead are right here. All of them.
are you?
Don't say that name! It's all your fault. They're coming!
Will them get messed up?
Enjoying yourself?
Stay away!
There's more to life.
Sam in position.
Like fireflies. Until everything burns to ashes!
In the mood.
Set the seas ablaze!
He passed out. His intense negative emotions attracted the nearby memory zone memes.
I see. But why aren't the other people around here scared?
Unlike in the Sweet Dream, people here don't see memory zone memes as dangerous monsters. And even if they pose a threat, people can easily escape by forcing a wake-up call. But we can't just leave this man here. Can we take him somewhere safe?
We can ask Jessie for help. I've gotten to know many locals while waiting for you guys. Everyone here is living a self-sufficient life. I don't know how to describe it, but this place feels like the real dreamscape.
No danger detected. But never let your guard down.
Evening, Jessie. Is it evening?
Welcome, Miss March. Who might these be?
These two are my friends. As for the man lying on the ground, he's a scaredy cat who fainted from fright.
I see. Another poor guy who accidentally ended up here. I'll take care of him. There have been a lot of new faces lately. Things must be tough in the beautiful dream. The few remaining havens of freedom in Asdana will soon face trouble.
Do such things often happen here?
Not really, but they're becoming more frequent now. Guess it's one of the signs of the Sweet Dreams collapse. This man has had quite the shock. Could you help me find a Halovian lady, March? Her songs can heal mental wounds.
A Halovian lady?
That must be Robin. She's also here in Dreamflux Reef.
Huh? Robin? But I thought she... Oh, right. If Firefly is here safe and sound, then it means Robin must be okay too.
Misha is about to take us to her to find out what happened. But before that, let's meet up with Himiko. You were with her earlier, right?
We met some stowaways in the residential area. Most of them came from neighboring star systems. I heard that places like Dreamflux Reef are scattered throughout the memory zone of Asdana, like islands in the ocean. They existed before the family arrived. I also heard that when Dreamflux Reef took shape, it was the center of all dreamscapes in Penacony.
If that's true, it's no wonder there are so many similarities between this place and the Sweet Dream.
Himiko must be gathering information. Let's hurry up and get going.
Let's see how you handle a stroke of genius like this.
This is where we split up. She...
So that's how it is. I never imagined we'd gather the remaining details here.
To borrow Gallagher's catchphrase, what an unpredictable twist of fate.
Himeko! Here they are!
Ah, perfect timing. Now that everyone's here, I'd like to introduce everyone to Micah, who's partly in charge of the Land of the Exiles. Micah, these are my companions.
It's a pleasure to meet the Nameless.
You know us?
I've been keeping an eye on you since the day you arrived in Penacony. We would have met under more appropriate circumstances if Dreamflux Reef hadn't been isolated from the 12 Dreamscapes. Please, allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Micah, the Gravekeeper of Dreamflux Reef.
Gravekeeper?
Life in Dreamflux Reef is pretty liberating. Everyone here mostly keeps to themselves, without meddling in others' affairs. My daily task involves cleaning a few tombstones.
You're too modest, Micah. When lost dream chasers stumble upon this place, you're the one who takes care of them, guiding them back to the sweet dream, or showing them how to survive the wild dream chaos.
So, guardian of sorts.
Were you talking to me, Mr. Yang?
On that note, Mr. Mika, which tombstones are you referring to? We didn't come across any graveyard when we arrived.
They're actually just symbolic stones. But since you're curious, Mr. Yang, I'll take you there. I have a feeling you might find something of interest there. But before that, you have an important guest joining you.
An important guest? Who could it be?
This way, please. The roads here in Dreamflux Reef are a bit run down, so watch your step.
I remember when this place was all hustling and bustling. Oh, now look at it. Nothing is spared from the decay of time.
An important guest? Who could it be?
This way, please. The roads here in Dreamflux Reef are a bit run down, so watch your step. There she is.
Everyone sings so wonderfully. It's not often that I tried this music style, but I've gained some valuable insights from it.
Oh, I can't thank you enough, Robin. Well, these kids have made incredible progress in only a few days.
It was nothing, Grace. I merely taught them how to sing. It was you who brought hope into their lives. Life must be quite difficult for them in reality, I imagine.
That's right.
Whenever it's time to say goodbye to these kids, they're reluctant to leave. But I've explored every corner of Dreamflux Reef, talked to everyone I met, and they all told me the same thing. This shattered dream is not worth clinging to.
It seems you truly are a child of the Harmony. Emma and Andy are orphans I took under my wing. Carol there, with her blind eyes, used to work at a nutrition center in the outer ring of Penacony. And as for Gary, he's been living with autism since he was a child. They're not old enough to enter the sweet dream managed by the family. If we compare people to birds, these kids are like fledglings with impaired wings. But in this dream, well, they can fly freely. even if they stumble along the way, well, they're still relying on their own strength. And me, an old lady with no legs. Well, without this dream, I couldn't even walk toward them.
I'm glad that you found a new life here in Penacony. It's just...
Don't worry, Robin. Dreams have their significance, but they aren't everything. Both the children and I understand this. No matter how long we fly through this dream, we will one day return to reality. But you know what? Emma and Gary aren't plagued by their insecurities anymore. No, and Carol is learning how to cope with her blindness. And Andy is livelier than ever. Well, even I've become more optimistic. You see, in dreams, we learn how to live. Once we return to reality, we learn how to survive.
And should our feathers be damaged, then we share our wings with one another. There's no need to covet an illusory sky in dreams, because we have the right and the ability to fly towards a broader horizon.
It's a relief to see you safe and sound, Miss Robin.
It's nice to see you all again, Astral Express crew. I heard my disappearance caused quite the commotion out there. I'm really sorry about that.
Since you're here, can we assume that you're fully aware of the situation in Penacony?
Ever since I returned to Penacony, my voice started to change, until it gradually faded away. At first, I thought it was a temporary ailment, perhaps due to having been away too long. I thought maybe it just takes some time for my body to acclimate to the high concentration of Memoria and Asdana. But now it seems the root of the problem goes way beyond me. There are elements around me that don't align with the harmony. And losing my voice is just one of the signs of the Sweet Dreams collapse.
The Sweet Dreams collapse? That memo keeper mentioned the same thing. So it's real.
While I was away from Penacony, the boundaries of the 12 dreamscapes kept expanding outward. Whenever I mentioned the anomalies in the dream, all the family heads refused to talk about it. Only my brother was willing to respond. Later, I discovered the secret letters from the IPC ambassador, which further convinced me that there are hidden secrets beneath the surface of Penacony. So, following the clues in the Oak family's dossiers, I found my way here. The land of the exiles, concealed by the family under the guise of death. A dream within a dream, where Penacony's past is buried.
Hearing you speak, it sounds as if your voice has made somewhat of a recovery.
I hate to admit it, but the harmony in this place resonates more broadly than within the Sweet Dream. It's regrettable, but the family has experienced betrayal. The traitor, or traitors, abandoned their original principles and, using the name of harmony, exploited people's weaknesses to turn Penacony into the planet of festivities, trapping everyone in the illusion of the Sweet Dream. This is not the strong defending the weak, but rather the strong exploiting the weak. A world without equality won't ever be favored by the harmony. And naturally, those voices blessed by them have lost the ability to sing.
Could there be another force influencing the family's shift in philosophy, Miss Robin? Considering what happened with Acheron, it's difficult to conceive of another entity within the realm of the harmony capable of influencing everyone. Unless a power surpassing that of an emanator is involved.
I'd heard about what happened to the Xianzhou Alliance, but as far as I'm aware, the family hasn't faced any such external interventions. Who knows? Perhaps I've just been away too long and missed something. Regardless, I cannot accept my home is moving towards the very opposite of what the harmony represents, while still claiming to uphold it.
must uncover the reason why Mikhail cut ties with the family, and who exactly it was who betrayed us all. Do you remember our arrangement, Mr. Micah? Well, here's my answer. I've decided to forgo my role and never step foot on the Charmony Festival stage again.
Look here, brother. A little bird.
Looks like a fledgling Charmony dove. But Charmony doves don't live here. So how did this little bird get here? Maybe its parents abandoned it?
It looks weak and frail. Why don't we find something soft and make a nest for it?
This place is too dangerous for a fledgling. Let's take it with us. We can put it on the wooden shelf in front of your window.
Okay. A bird like that must have a beautiful singing voice. But where will it live?
I'll ask the family head to build a cage for it.
A cage? But then it won't have the freedom to fly, right?
Let's see. What is it that has captured the attention of the two best interpreters of the Great One, to the point that they've forgotten how to enjoy their dessert? Oh, poor little thing. Doesn't look like it's doing well. Do you want to rescue it?
I do. But I don't want to lock it up in a cage.
Why?
Even if it's small and not fully feathered and can't sing, it didn't come into this world just to be locked up in a cage. Birds belong to the sky.
That's quite the romantic idea. And what about you, a young scholar? Do you agree with your sister?
I think she's right. But if we leave it out in the wild, it won't survive for more than a few days at best.
Ah, I see. It seems our little scholar is still a bit unsure. Well, let me tell you youngsters a story. As you probably know, Charmony doves can fly through the air. When they fly really high, the friction caused by the flapping of their feathers against the atmosphere creates amazing lights, so that they look like shooting stars. We've seen this spectacle so many times that we think it's just something they can naturally do. But that's not the truth. Their radiant display is the result of countless struggles against nature over generations. Their ancestors were too weak to survive on the ground, so to escape predators, they started seeking new opportunities in the air. After countless attempts by many generations, one of them finally figured out how to fly. It soared into the sky and never looked back at the ground again.
So, you mean birds aren't born to fly, but they find a way to do it through their determination, right?
Well, that's an idealistic way of putting it. So, what are your thoughts, Sunday?
I think people believe birds are meant to fly because they've never seen those birds crashing to their death.
That's an interesting perspective. So, have you decided what to do with the bird now?
For now, I'll keep it in a cage until it can take care of itself because I want it to live, no matter what.
Well said, kids. It seems each of you has found your own answer. Your insights are truly remarkable. And I hope they come true in their own way.
We will take good care of it. Won't we, brother?
Yeah, but Mr. Gopherwood, there's one thing I don't quite understand.
And what might that be, my son?
What if this little Charmony dove never learns to fly in the end? I mean, if there are fledglings in this world that can never fly throughout their lives, should we let them go back to the sky, only to see them crash to the ground and die?
Talking in your sleep, Birdie? Time to wake up. You look a little unsteady. Need a hand?
I'm still alive?
Yeah. Happy about that.
Where is Robin? Tell me. Now.
I knew that was going to be the first thing you'd ask. Don't worry, your sister is here, safe and sound. She's probably walking around the streets now. If I were you, I'd be more worried about myself. After all, right in front of you is the guy who just stabbed you in the chest with a dagger.
If you wanted to kill me, you wouldn't give me the chance to speak. Just tell me your demands, lackey of the Watchmaker.
So, you figured out who I am, huh? No wonder you had the guts to go against the Dream Master and the Four Families. Looks like I made the right choice.
Choice?
You are aware of my plan, and see through my fictionology. Time is running out, so let's drop the charades. I'm suggesting we cooperate.
Cooperate? What makes you think I'd cooperate with you?
The fact that the famous Robin has chosen my side. Plus, some clues about a traitor and a bright future for Penacony. Any of that catch your interest?
I find it hard to believe a man who's full of deception.
Fine. You don't have to trust me. What you should trust is the sense of justice inside of you.
Show me Robin first.
All right, as you wish. Here she is.
Huh?
What's your trick this time?
Just kidding. I mean, this lady will lead us to Robin, right?
And the crew, too. There are too many people who you owe an explanation.
That'd be great. Please follow me, Honorable Oak Family Head. Now, all the actors are on the stage.
This is the monument I mentioned earlier. The names inscribed on it should be familiar to all of you.
Rosalina and Tiernan.
When Penacony was known as a frontier prison, it was the Trailblazers who connected it with the stars. They were the heroes who saved Astana, and their names deserve to be immortalized. Not just on this small stone tablet, but in the annals of history for all of time. However, today, the planet of festivities is nothing but sweet dreams. That heavy piece of history is all a distant memory. Just like that prison.
If their names are inscribed here, then that means...
According to Micah, they died long ago.
Rosalina was killed during the War of Independence. She ventured alone into the heart of the star system to investigate the flow of Memoria, but she never returned. Tiernan was a skilled gunslinger, strong and reliable. He led the people through countless battles, but he didn't live long enough to witness the arrival of true peace. In the decade following the war, Penacony faced challenges internal and external. To protect Asdana, Tiernan picked up the way of the Trailblaze again, and led the Letmoth family to explore beyond the system, only to be surrounded and wiped out by the Swarm.
Though I had expected as much, the tales of these heroes truly are sorrowful.
True to the title of Trailblazer, they spent their lives venturing into the unknown. But what about this tablet? There are no names carved on it.
When Dreamflux Reef was created, its owner was still alive. However, he insisted on erecting a monument for himself, saying that it will happen someday. Here we meet again. Everyone from the Astral Express.
Robin.
I promised to give the siblings some privacy, so let's talk about our business first. What do you say?
That sounds sensible enough. Since you went through the trouble of gathering the family head, the crew, and the Stellaron hunters, I'm guessing you have something important to say, Mr. Gallagher?
Oh, is it that obvious?
The look on your face is practically screaming, I'm the one behind all this.
You're right, Mr. Yang. It is indeed time to come clean on everything. Siblings already know what they need to, and they've made their choice. But you, Nameless, arrived a bit late. So it's only fair that I answer your questions. Before we begin, let me reintroduce myself. I'm the founder of Dreamflux Reef, the deputy of the Watchmaker, and the one who sent out that invitation. As Gallagher, the history fictionologist, I humbly extend my greetings to you all.
History fictionologist? So what, everything you told us was made up?
Well, don't worry. Almost everything I shared was true. Well, except for the part about the family accepting me back.
I double-checked with Micah, and everything he said about the family, the Watchmaker, and Mikhail is true.
Thank you for your understanding. Now let's get down to business. I'm sure you're all wondering why I went through the trouble of setting up this battle for the legacy. Inviting different factions, stirring up a ruckus all over Penacony. Well, it all boils down to something very familiar to all of you. The Stellaron.
The Stellaron? But how is that possible? Penacony is a free-flowing interstellar hub. There are no signs of contamination whatsoever.
You're totally correct. So, care to take a guess at what that means? I wish that were the truth. But if that were the case, I wouldn't have invited all of you. The Sweet Dream doesn't come out of thin air. If you think of the Memory Zone as the sea, creating the land of the dreams is like filling that wild ocean with earth to make an island. To achieve this feat, without the help of an Emanator of Remembrance or Enigmata, the only way is to use a Stellaron. And that's not something you can achieve with a simple wish. It requires vast quantities of knowledge, time, and manpower. I'm sure you get what I'm hinting at. In Azdana, the planet of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster.
The planet of festivities itself is a Stellaron disaster?
It all started a long time ago, back when the Watchmaker and his crew liberated the frontier prison. They faced countless challenges as they began building Penacony from the ground up. That's when the idea of using the Stellaron came into play. The Stellaron first entered the Azdana system during the war. The Nameless warned everyone against the folly of attempting to tamper with such a power, and most heeded their words. But there are always people in the shadows with ulterior motives. The turning point came after Tiernan's death. With 2 of the Nameless gone, the Watchmaker had to go to the front lines. It was at that moment his rivals saw an opportunity. By the time a representative from the Montour Systems family arrived at the Watchmaker's call, the Stellaron had already been activated and was seeping into the primordial synesthesia dreamscape.
And I suppose the family happened to possess the knowledge to seal the Stellaron?
Not just that. They knew far more about the Stellaron than the average person. They helped Mikhail swiftly quell the civil unrest and played a part in building Penacony under the disguise of the Harmony. Those 3 eras were known as the Age of Dreaming. The Watchmaker, who had been left in the dark, sent out invitations across the universe, spreading the hype around the land of the dreams.
Then, how did they turn against each other?
Remember the island in the ocean metaphor? The truth is, the Stellaron was never truly sealed. It existed in a different form within the dreamscape. Think about this. What would it cost to create and maintain such a lavish dreamland? It's people's lives. The opulent dream is built upon the decay of spirits, with a toxic elixir called pleasure flowing through the dreamscape. It tempts people to indulge in the dreamscape, and gradually their minds succumb, becoming nourishment for the sweet dream. Confusion, laziness, and cowardice, weaknesses that plague humanity, were magnified and nourished by the family. Penacony became a new kind of prison, even more impenetrable than the previous one. Sadly, we realized this far too late. By then, the family had a firm grip on Penacony, swiftly quelling any opposition that arose. At my wit's end, I had to use the power of the Enigmata, and sought refuge in this chaotic memory zone. Over the years, I fabricated a meme within this dream for our use. Dormancy. That's its real name. We exploited a loophole. You see, regular people can't fall asleep again while they are inside the dreamscape.
So this is the true meaning of the impossible. You sent out invitations in the Watchmaker's name to find forces capable of resolving the Stellaron disaster and draw them into Penacony to uncover the truth.
It's not just that. Above all, I wanted to see what happens when the major factions engage in a struggle for the legacy. Since this is the Watchmaker's first announcement in decades, the traitor within the family is bound to reveal themselves.
So, the legacy is just a facade.
If you want to consider the Stellaron as the legacy, I'm totally fine with that.
If that's the case, where is the Stellaron now?
That's a question for Mr. Wings. The Stellaron is still under the family's control, and as the head of the Oak family, I'm sure he holds all the answers. Are you done talking? So, will you tell us where the Stellaron is?
It is the Penacony Grand Theater itself.
As I suspected, it's the embodiment of the family. The edifice that first materialized within the Sweet Dream. That's what turned Penacony into its current state.
As for the person who employed its power, it is in fact Mr. Gopherwood, the current Dream Master.
Well, that was easier than I thought. Did you conduct your own investigation already?
Correct. When I was trying to track down the person who murdered my sister, apart from you, Gopherwood was my second suspect.
Confronting me first turned out to be a smart move on your part.
I didn't have other options. The Dream Master has been elusive, and even the heads of the families can hardly get an audience with him. Moreover, Mr. Gopherwood has been kind to my sister and me. And I didn't want it all to end like this.
What do you mean by that?
To be honest, my brother and I are also victims of the cancer of all worlds. We grew up as orphans, and were adopted by the family when they came to help. Mr. Gopherwood recognized our potential and brought us to Penacony. But I can't just stand by and watch Mr. Gopherwood become an enemy of the Harmony. I won't use my voice to support an evil cause. I won't step on that stage and sing, no matter who the traitor is, or what orders they give me. I won't let the Charmony Festival become an event that destroys Harmony itself, or the paradise in our dreams.
Indeed, for the paradise in our dreams. As the head of the Oak family, I'm responsible for ensuring Penacony's promising future. Robin and I will head into the Sweet Dream and confront the Dream Master. And if it turns out that the family has truly strayed from the Harmony, I'll fight alongside you. We'll put the Charmony Festival on hold and make sure Mr. Gopherwood pays for his blood debt.
The enemies you are about to face aren't like this old dog here, who can barely even bark. Since our interests are aligned, why don't we team up? Maybe, just maybe, we'll have a shot at success.
We have always been following in the footsteps of our nameless predecessors, and there's no reason to stop now.
Yeah, we Nameless won't back down from a challenge. Isn't that right, Miss Trailblazer? Exactly! It's time for the crew to save the world once more!
Rest assured, sitting on the sidelines isn't in our nature. Mr. Sunday, Miss Robin, I'm willing to accompany you on behalf of the Astral Express. Having a third party present should help with negotiations, and could make all the difference if things get ugly.
Thank you, Mr. Yang.
Thank you all very much.
The Charmony Festival is about to start, and time is against us. We must hasten.
Everyone, let's gather over here. We still need to make some preparations. I may have been quick to step up to the plate, but confronting the Dream Master could be a very dangerous affair.
Huh? Even you're saying that, Mr. Yang? How powerful is that Dream Master?
He's the leader of the families of Penacony, and he has the entire power of the Harmony behind him, not to mention the Stellaron in his possession. We must proceed with great caution.
Maybe you can just stay behind this time, Mr. Yang?
No, that won't do. Even if we count Robin as an ally, something felt off about Mr. Sunday just now. Although, I can't quite put my finger on it. I have to make sure he won't turn against us when things start to get dicey. You're still carrying the keepsake the IPC envoy gave you, right? May I borrow it for a moment? Huh. I knew it. As I suspected, this chip Aventurine gave to you is actually a miniature transmitter. If I'm right, he intends to use it to track your location or contact you when needed. As it so happens, this may actually be of some use in the current situation.
Aventurine? Is he still alive? And what does he have to do with our mission to confront the Dream Master?
Remember what I said earlier? Working with the IPC is a way to keep the family in check. If negotiations go south and the family show their true colors by going after the Stellaron, I'll use this transmitter to send a message to the IPC. It'll be just the opportunity the IPC ambassador was hoping for. The only question mark in all of this is Aventurine's current status. But the IPC is always listening, especially senior strategic investment department heads like him. Getting the message across shouldn't be a problem.
Good luck to you, Welt.
Well, you take care too. If anything goes wrong, don't worry about me. Just make sure to seal the Stellaron.
Spoken like a true hero. Even if the Dream Master is innocent, the family's corruption runs deep. I won't make the same mistake Mikhail did. Let's wish him the best of luck.
Don't you have something else to tell us, Gallagher?
Why would you say so?
Before we departed, the conductor asked us to inquire about the three nameless in Penacony. We've already collected intel about Rosalina and Tiernan, so the only one left is Lakework. If I'm not mistaken, we've already met him somewhere, haven't we?
It's not enough to say meet, but the answer is pretty obvious. After all, I've hinted at it in quite an evident way. I've been watching over you ever since I received the reply from the Astral Express, and I've seen the great effort you all put into linking different realms together across the cosmos. Now, after getting this far all in one piece, you have truly proven yourselves. Miss Himiko, were you the one who repaired the Express and got it sailing through the cosmos again?
Yes.
And you two, young Nameless, you have very interesting life stories and extraordinary skills.
I don't know much about my life story, but I do have extraordinary skills.
You're full of energy. Please send my regards to the conductor, Pom Pom. Please let them know that their friend has fond memories of his time aboard the Express, which he reminisces on every time he has a good drink. As for the last Nameless, he embarked, disembarked, and embarked again, traveling in a great circle, ending up back where he started. On his deathbed, He told me to find the Astral Express and deliver an invitation to the future Nameless. He left behind a special gift, a true legacy. Something that belongs only to the successors of the Trailblaze. Come with me. Now is the time to reveal it.
Back here again.
Sometimes I feel like you're still alive, old friend. Like you've still got so much to say and do. I've kept my promise. Brought the future Trailblazers you've waited so long for. I don't know why you were so obsessed with that train. But I remember your last words. Don't let us down, old man.
What's happening?
Go ahead. His resting place lies in the garden up ahead. The first and last Nameless of Penacony. Mikhail Char Legward, the Watchmaker.
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
Sure enough, the Watchmaker is the third Nameless. Even I could guess that one.
The legacy he left behind was a dream bubble. I believe inside that bubble, there's something that holds meaning only for the Nameless. After all, when I checked its contents, I found nothing inside. Maybe some Trailblaze runes? Even more enigmatic than me.
Well, let's have a look.
inside this dream bubble? How could a dream bubble be empty?
Just as I suspected. That old man always had this strange belief in the Nameless and the Trailblaze. And I never understood where he got that confidence from. Especially since he never managed to get in touch with the Express while he was alive. I could never figure out what was going on in that old man's head. But this empty dream bubble is so typical of him. He was always full of weird fantasies and incomprehensible romanticism. That mischievous old man. Well, I didn't expect him to leave anything concrete behind anyway.
Don't think that's the case, Gallagher. I'm sure Mikhail has left us the most precious thing of all.
Don't start getting all philosophical on me, all right?
Just as Mikhail believes in the Nameless of the future, we unconditionally believe in the Nameless of the past. How could they leave with regrets for the future when they were ready to dedicate their lives to the land they loved? There must be something contained in this dream bubble. It's just we haven't figured it out yet. You also have faith in the Watchmaker, don't you, Gallagher?
Well, I'm a follower of the Enigmata. My philosophy forbids me to have faith in anything. That's why I understand what faith means in the path of Trailblaze. And I also want to know what he left behind. I'll leave it to you guys then.
Can I borrow your pet? I need to make a trip back to Golden Hour and check something at the Dreamscape sales store. It's for Mikhail, and for the future of Penacony.
Welcome to the Reverie Hotel. How may I help you?
Greetings. We're the Nameless from the Astral Express, and we'd like to check in.
The Astral Express? But I thought...
Yes, my companion's already checked in. My name is Dan Heng, and I believe my personal information is recorded in your system.
I see, but your companion said you wouldn't be coming due to a change of plans.
Now the plans have changed again.
And you are...
Me? I'm Pom Pom, a new Nameless who's also with the Astral Express.
He's my fellow Trailblazer. We responded to the family's invitation before he boarded the Express, so he wasn't registered in your system. Is it possible to accommodate him as well?
Oh, I see. Another one of the Nameless had a similar situation. Seems like a lot of people are joining the Trailblaze these days. Since there's a precedent, it shouldn't be a problem. Just give me a second to contact your companions. I'm sorry, dear guests, but it seems I'm unable to reach the other members of the Astral Express.
What do you mean by unable to reach them?
My apologies. This is the first time I've encountered a situation like this. However, the system indicates that those guests are still in the Dreamscape.
How about this? Give me their room number, and we'll go check on them ourselves.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I need to verify both of your identities before I can share any guest information.
How about you just wake up someone? Let's say, Wilt?
I'm sorry, but there are strict rules regarding forced awakening. It cannot be done without the proper clearance.
So nothing works, huh? What's your solution then? Are you saying we sleep here? At the reception?
Please be patient. We need to contact your companions in order to confirm your identities.
And now it seems you need to confirm our identities before you can contact our companions.
It seems so.
Oh, fudge! Look, nothing personal, but if you can't handle this, go find someone else who can, okay?
Please calm down, dear guests. I do recall that Mr. Sunday, the Oak family head, personally handled this issue earlier. Oh, please wait a moment while I contact him.
I don't think she's trying to give us a hard time. She really just doesn't know what to do.
I have a bad feeling about this. You tried to contact them on the Express earlier, but they didn't respond.
Something doesn't seem right. I need to leave for a moment. You can stay here with the receptionist.
Sure thing. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Holmes seems pretty worried about his companions. I should give him some space. Stressing out about it won't help anything.
The Charmony Festival is about to start! I'm so excited! I don't really even know what it's about, but I heard it's a lot of fun!
Just as extravagant as the Charmony Festival.
Oh, come on! The Charmony Festival is a once-in-an-Amber-era event! How can a birthday party compare?
Well, you never know, right? Maybe on her world, birthdays only happen once in Amber Era. Anyway, let's forget about that. Have you heard about the, unsettling things happening in the dreamscape?
Unsettling things? What could possibly go wrong? It better not ruin the Charmony Festival! I've been looking forward to it!
Relax. With a big event like this, there's bound to be lots of gossip and rumors. Don't worry. If anything does happen, the family will be on top of it.
Oh, that's a relief. I didn't come all this way to see the festival go down the drain. Well, looks like I won't get any fudging clues out of these two. They're clueless.
Greetings. I'm Cody of the Bloodhound family, head of security for the hotel. How may I assist you?
Hello. So, there's something I wanted to ask about. I've been hearing some unsettling rumors about certain incidents that might affect the Charmony Festival. Do you think there's anything to be worried about? I traveled all the way from the Hayahi Federation, and I don't want my trip to be ruined.
What do you mean?
Wait. You haven't heard?
I'm not sure where you heard those rumors, but they're completely baseless. I can assure you, as a representative of the Bloodhound family, that everything is going smoothly for the Charmony Festival. At present, all of the families are focused on making sure the festival starts on time. Even the Dream Master himself has arrived. So don't worry, your trip won't be in vain.
That's a relief to hear. She doesn't appear to be acting. So, it seems that even the hotel staff are out of the loop. Back already?
Hasn't she returned yet?
Nope. I'm starting to wonder if sending her to contact Sunday was a good idea. Neither the staff nor the guests seem to know anything about what's happening in the dreamscape, and wherever we go, all we see is people enjoying themselves. Definitely not a good sign.
I agree. Another unusual thing is that the Oak family is supposed to be in charge of organizing the council and managing everything inside and outside the dreamscape. However, I walked around the hotel, but didn't meet a single member of the Oak family. on such an important day.
Well, I'll be forked. If I remember correctly, the head of the Oak family is that Sunday guy, right?
We shouldn't linger here too long. Let's go back to the Express for now.
Not so fast. Have you ever robbed the IPC, bro? If you run away now, everyone will be chasing after you.
Are you suggesting we sit here and do nothing?
I wouldn't say do nothing, but let's stay put for now. Even if the family has ulterior motives, they couldn't have anticipated us showing up here. We're the surprise factor for them. They don't want to attract unwanted attention from certain outsiders, so they won't do anything reckless. See? The IPC lackeys are keeping a close eye on this hotel.
If I were a family member, I'd find an official excuse and keep the surprise factors here. If we just wait here, that would be like walking into their trap.
Of course, we don't need to walk into their trap. I gave a backup plan to the Memo Keeper. If it turns out we won't be allowed to enter the dreamscape, she'll order a drink for me in the VIP lounge at the hotel. In reality,
a secret signal.
That's right.
Oh, a concrete object can indeed help the Memo Keeper establish a connection with you. But Boot Hill, if you have more backup plans in the future, I hope you'll let me know in advance.
I'm sorry, but it's one of my quirks. I have too many unreliable friends. And if I reveal that I have backup plans, things can go awry. And that would leave all backup plans completely useless.
How do we get into the VIP lounge?
This is where my street smarts come into play. You're the lobby manager, right?
Yes, I am. How may I assist you?
We're the Nameless from the Astro Express. You know, we wanted to check in, but there's something wrong with your system. The lady at the front desk said she would contact the manager, but now she's nowhere to be found. Now, we've been waiting here forever, without any food or water. What the fork, man? Is this how the family treats its guests?
Is this your idea of street smarts? Starting an altercation?
It's called standing up for your rights.
I apologize for the inconvenience. Please wait while we try to contact Mr. Sunday. I'll arrange 2 premium seats in the VIP lounge so you can rest there while you wait.
See? Just like that.
Just don't call yourself Nameless next time.
Wow, this bar's something else. Certainly worthy of the planet of festivities.
Shaken, not stirred. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, I have an order for a bottle of Asdana's White Oak. Can you help us find it?
Asdana's White Oak? I think there might be a misunderstanding. We don't serve that here.
Oh, no way. Are you sure you're not mistaken?
If someone had reserved such a beverage, I would definitely remember it. It sells for hundreds of thousands of credits per bottle, after all. I couldn't afford to cover for such an item if it were broken or lost.
That's strange. Well, could it be that the Memo Keeper couldn't afford it?
What should we do now?
let's grab some drinks first. Maybe I arrived too early and she hasn't come yet. Now, let's see what kind of juice malts you all have here. Well, give me a glass of Heenum Valley, 40 years. I'll have it neat. No ice.
Wow, that's the most expensive one on the list. You have a taste for the finer things.
It's on the house, anyway.
What can I get for you? Anything you recommend is fine.
Then I would recommend today's special, Glass Village. It's classic Soul Glad mixed with Laboon juice. It's refreshing and suits your cool demeanor. Just 1 minute.
This flavor. Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Ooh, really hits the spot. Truly the finest sherry cask aged malt juice in the cosmos.
Dynamite barbecue with rocket fuel. Is that really something that humans enjoy?
Hey, this guy doesn't know anything at all.
As long as you're satisfied, dear guests, please enjoy.
Let's give the memo keeper another half system hour. If she doesn't show up, we'll need to come up with a new plan. In the meantime, let's take stock of the situation. What do you think?
The situation is unclear. Something must have happened on the planet of festivities, but the public is unaware of it. Someone in a position of power within the family must be covering it up. It's unusual for the followers of the Harmony to invite other factions, let alone the IPC and the Masked Fools. If what you said about the Emanator of the Nihility is true, the situation in Penacony is a little complicated, to say the least.
Actually, there's something else I'm concerned about. Regarding Acheron. As you know, the faction that follows the path of the Hunt are some of the most dangerous bolts in the cosmos to mess with. I mean, who in the right mind would impersonate the Xianzhou Alliance or the Galaxy Rangers? It's like asking for a death wish. Isn't there a saying among the Xianzhou people that the Rainbow Set lets their luck's arrow do all the beating?
Talking. Do all the talking.
Well, you know what I mean. Even though the Galaxy Rangers have been out of sight for years, we've been keeping an eye on this region. Even the dumbest criminals know better than to mess with the Annihilation Gang, much less the Rangers. But that Acheron lady, she doesn't seem like a lunatic at all. On the contrary, she's highly logical and organized. She knows exactly when to hold back and when to strike without mercy.
And you believe that someone like her would have an ulterior motive for impersonating a Galaxy Ranger?
I'm not entirely sure. I do have my suspicions. Maybe she knows a Galaxy Ranger, or perhaps she's trying to lure us out for some reason, which I can't figure out.
Anyway, what worries me more are the anomalies within the family. They've summoned followers from various paths for the festival. No matter how generous the family might be, this move seems highly unusual. Unless the invitations weren't sent by them. If that's the case, it's even more intriguing that the family insists on organizing the Charmony Festival, despite the chaos.
Maybe it's she pay the Harmony pulling the strings. We find it beyond human understanding because it wasn't arranged by humans at all. People do stupid things out of irrational impulses. They abandon their principles when self-interest is involved. They believe in things they know they shouldn't, and fudge, they even break their own rules. But Eons don't. They stick to their determined path and never turn back, even if they reach a dead end.
You think Xipe's will is behind all this?
It may not necessarily be Xipe. There's definitely some higher entity involved. I know it may sound pessimistic, but if human free will were reliable, why would we even need Galaxy Rangers? It's much simpler when you boil it down to the eons and paths. Like how Lon always follows the path of the hunt, or how the Express stays true to the Trailblaze despite Akavili's disappearance.
But in my opinion, Akavili's fall holds significance for the Nameless.
Oh, so you're saying the Nameless now have to take responsibility for their own choices because their absolutely right leader is gone?
Exactly. I believe the purpose of the journey isn't just about following a path that's always considered absolutely right. It's more about doing your best to choose the right path for yourself among countless possibilities, even with limited insight and judgment.
I don't know what you've been through, but I agree that people must take responsibility for their choices, because no one else can do it for them. That's why the Galaxy Rangers need to uncover the imposter and figure out her true intentions. Just in case. I have a backup plan if the Memo Keeper doesn't show up. This is my final backup plan. I promise.
You sure have a lot of cards up your sleeve.
Well, going back to my old career would make things a lot easier. By the way, when you were walking around the hotel, did you happen to see any important-looking guests?
What's your plan?
It's simple. We just grab some hostages and use them as bargaining chips with the family. Or maybe we can even take their identities.
No need for that. We'll return to the Express now.
Wait. Are you getting scared? Draw your weapon. Let's make a big scene.
Are you leaving, esteemed guests? Would you like to cancel that Asdonis White Oak you just ordered?
Huh? Asdonis White Oak? What? Didn't you just say?
Ha ha! Looks like you are a bit intoxicated, esteemed guests. You ordered a bottle of Asdonis White Oak just a moment ago.
Looks like your Memo Keeper friend has finally arrived.
Oh, right. Sorry, my memory's not the best. You know, too many modifications and all. Anyway, let me check. Well, fork me. It says Donna's White Oak, all right. And there's a note. I'll be waiting for you on the Astral Express.
No mistake. That's her message to you. She knew the hotel wasn't safe, so she suggested we find another place.
Well, looks like we took a detour, but now it's back to the Astral Express. So, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
You're back? Two guests just boarded saying they were looking for Boot Hill, so I told them to wait in the parlor car.
Oh, just in time.
Two guests?
She's one of them. Look, we welcome all passengers on the Astral Express, but sneaking in like that? You have no regard for etiquette.
My apologies, conductor. It was an oversight on my part. I assumed you were already acquainted with the garden. Given the chaotic situation in Penacony, the Nameless are the only ones we can truly trust right now.
You are the Memo Keeper.
Pleased to meet you, Dan Heng. I've seen you in others' memories. And as for Boot Hill, this is our first face-to-face meeting. I hope you enjoyed that bottle of Astana's White Oak. You sure have a refined taste.
Finally, Memo Keeper. Well, let's cut to the chase. Spill everything you know.
That's precisely what I intend to do. But before that, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Black Swan, and I serve the Garden of Recollection as a memo keeper. As for Acheron's story, I'm sure she knows it better than I do.
Greetings. I'm Acheron.
What? You Garden of Recollection shirtbag! You betrayed me!
I apologize, but she did that at my request. Due to certain reasons, I have been exiled by the family. Thankfully, this memo keeper came to my aid and helped me escape their surveillance unnoticed.
To be honest, it was more like stalking than helping. And the process was far from unnoticed. But we did escape.
I asked her to guide me to a place beyond the family's reach and to contact a few trustworthy individuals. Namely, all of you.
Trustworthy? Son of a nice lady. You think I'm dumb or something? How about this? I'll put a few bullet holes in your head and see what secrets spill out. Then, we can talk about trust.
It doesn't have to be like that. I'm willing to answer all your questions, but not right now. If my cover hadn't been blown, we might have had more time, but at the moment, we don't have any other options.
No other options? What do you mean?
This is the only way I can ensure everyone's safety. I kindly request an immediate warp jump out of the Astana star system.
This passenger is requesting...
As far as I can tell, she's not a threat, and seems to be telling the truth.
I've briefly traveled with your companions and know their whereabouts, Dan Heng. Please rest assured, your nameless companions are safe, but they need our help. As for Boot Hill, you may have guessed. I've been waiting for you. Galaxy Rangers are known for their elusive nature and limited contact with each other. So this was the only way I could reach out to you. Only by doing this can I find a true Galaxy Ranger and fulfill a long-standing promise. To return his relics to their rightful owner. Someone once told me that every rainfall is like a gift from the heavens, a sign of their mercy upon the world. Raindrops are said to be the tears of the gods, shed in response to the sorrows of the world. Their constant pouring is a reminder that the gods haven't abandoned us yet. So, how long has this rain been going on for?
I used to believe, just like you, that it would eventually stop. Years and decades passed. And in the end, such hope faded away before the rain did. Looks like the god you mentioned doesn't exist after all. Well, let me share a story with you. Mortals who walk the paths are like sailors on a vast ocean, leaving behind a trail that creates countless ripples of possibilities. These ripples last longer than the fleeting lifetimes of humans. And for some, their presence leaves such a strong mark that it's reflected in the waves.
Like those shadows on the ocean.
Sinthirsters, the obsessions of the Pathstriders, they emerge from the depths of IX, seeing themselves as masters of their own destiny, unknowingly repeated the actions of their past lives. They emerge from the nihility and head toward it, leading purposeless lives. However, these hollow phantoms were once my dear companions, a group of Galaxy Rangers.
Are you watching over them?
Watching over them? No. I'm guiding them toward transcendence. It was a brutal war. A crusade that shook the universe. The universe witnessed the fall of Zulo, the Lord Ravager, but it came at a price. A price so hefty that only those who were there still remember. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even in death. So someone must guide these lost souls to their life beyond. They were heroes in their time. And they shouldn't be reduced to mere puppets of nihility. As for me, I've suffered too many losses on that battlefield to advance any further. And that makes me the most fitting person to carry out this task.
But you know, these Sinthirsters, they're not who they used to be.
Does this seem pointless to you? Well, some tasks have to be done, even if they are pointless.
I can help you.
For what?
For the meaning of the nihility. That's what I've been seeking.
I see. After all, this realm is off limits to ordinary souls, right? Thank you, stranger. I wish that you find what you seek.
Before we part ways, I have one more question. It is true that their actions and even their entire lives may seem pointless from our perspective. But if, and it's just an if this is what the departed ones expected, should we try to change it?
A good question. And a profound one. I don't know the answer. What I do know is that one day I too will pass away. I hope that when that day comes, someone will stand at my grave and place a bouquet of flowers.
When I appeared as a child, my speech, mindset, and soul reflected immaturity and innocence. As I grew into adulthood, I left behind my childlike side.
I humbly request your blessings, esteemed advocate of Xipe.
Come to me, my kinship. I have sought their presence with us.
As you wish. I have faithfully served the Alfalfa family for nearly a decade, promoting the path of the Harmony to the best of my ability. However, I made a mistake yesterday. While I was preparing dinner for the family head, I accidentally dropped a prepared dish on the floor. Out of laziness, I lied and claimed that everything was ready. Although the head has dismissed me as punishment, it has been tough to sleep with the guilt still gnawing at me, as I worried that the seeds of evilness may have taken root in my soul. So, I confess to you now, to seek atonement for my sins.
Do you sincerely repent and vow to change your ways?
Yes.
Have you examined your soul and confessed all your sins?
Oh, yes.
Are you willing to accept the process of atonement?
Yes.
Very well. Show your dedication and goodwill to the family, and you shall be reinstated among them. Now, please, leave in peace.
Oh, praise Xipe. And thank you, esteemed advocate.
Next, please step forward.
I wholeheartedly confess to you. Please, pardon my sins.
Rest assured, I have implored their presence to be with us. As long as you are sincere, absolution will be granted.
Oh, great. You know, I arrived in Penacony as a stowaway. I sold everything to get a ticket. My house, my land, and my 2 children.
I see. Please, go on.
My children were starving, and I hoped they'd have a chance at survival if they became slaves here. If I can strike it rich here, I'll lift them out of that situation and give them the life they deserve. But the Bloodhound family got wind of it. They're on my tail, hunting me down. I thought I could bring my kids here. It was all my fault. All my fault.
The family is ready to forgive all sinners. I'll ask the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. You don't need to live in fear anymore.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll work my hardest to redeem my children and make them part of the family. Praise the Harmony!
Next, please step forward.
Hey! Long time no see, Mr. Sunday. The most esteemed individual in Penacony, and the next leader of the Oak family, right?
I have sought their presence with us. Let us proceed.
Sure. Let's just get this over with. I have sinned. Please forgive me. I wasted half a pizza at breakfast, and a bottle of Soul Glad. That's it. Nothing more. When we wrap this up, I've got a Robo Ball game to catch, you know?
Do you seek to atone for your sins through good deeds?
My sins? I'm starting to sound like a saint, huh? Well, let me tell you something. Neither the family nor you have the right to judge me. You think nobody knows what your precious family has done? About the watchmaker? Huh? Don't kid yourself, Featherbrain. Those dream chasers might be fooled by your act, but don't fool yourself. Before you start spouting off your holy verses, answer me this. Where does the power of the Oak family come from? And your power? What makes you think you can sit there, all high and mighty, looking down on everyone else? Well, I've spent enough time in confession today to enter the Harmony's paradise, right? Then I'll take my leave. Good luck with your election, and, don't make...
Who can vouch for the weak when they will pay any price to survive? Who can comfort the purest souls when even they get led astray? If the strong defending the weak is truly the foundation of paradise, then who is responsible for the suffering and anguish in this wretched world?
Brother? Brother? Brother, are you all right?
I'm fine. I've been working long hours, and I just made a trip to Dreamflux Reef and back. So, I'm a bit out of sorts. But it'll all be over before we know it.
You've been working non-stop on the Charmony Festival, Mr. Sunday, and no one could have predicted this incident. Even if the Stellaron does pose a grave threat, I still feel sorry for all the trouble we've caused you.
No need to worry about troubling anyone. The Charmony Festival was meant to spread joy and harmony across the cosmos. But now that we know the truth, I'm afraid we'll have to cancel it.
It has always been our wish to make everyone happy, so... we'll do our best to explain everything to the Dream Master. I'm sure he'll understand. Even if the negotiation does not go smoothly. I'll refuse to go on stage. Without the Chord Master, the Harmonious Choir would not arrive, and the Charmony Festival would be just a grand performance, and nothing more.
I'm relieved to see your determination. You know, since arriving in Penacony, we haven't had any contact with this Dream Master himself. I'd heard of the heads of the 5 major lineages, but the Dream Master is a mystery to me.
The Dream Master rarely grants an audience, even for us. But, given the urgency of the situation, he's agreed to meet us in person.
Perhaps you'll be the first guest to meet the Dream Master in years, Mr. Yang.
Let's hope we can reach a consensus that satisfies everyone.
Indeed. Let us hope so.
It's about time. We'll have to get ready for the meeting. I apologize for any inconvenience caused by the urgency.
Don't worry. I'll be waiting here.
It's Mr. Sunday! Hey, come over here!
Looks like someone needs help. Let's go check it out.
Mr. Sunday. Hey there! Okay, see the moon in the sky? It's about the size of the cap on my Soul Glad bottle. If I just reached out my hand, I could grab... Yeah, but it's no... They told me not to...
Selling everything you had.
Why? better to be here.
Is this...
Huh? See you around, Mr. Sunday.
What's up, sister?
This is the man we ran into. Even though sweet dreams are...
I suppose you have a point.
Why do you say that?
You think that man is not actually... People believe they have a... However...
Are you suggesting...
Exactly. Survival of the fittest. No tragedies exist.
Perhaps that man...
Yes. See.
Glad to meet you again, Robin. How are the preparations for the Charmony Festival coming along? You're too kind. I can't stand me.
But if this went on for...
And every day you get...
But...
That's exactly only in this sweet dream. And I wish you a
Seems like that guest's perspective didn't resonate with you either.
She had a valid point.
What you're trying to say...
Well...
However...
No. And the... The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking.
Oh, Robin. You're right.
Philosophical.
Oh, not at all.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, and then? They have. And I'm truly grateful for that. But my physical body, my true appearance.
So...
My world has been torn.
That old man's story.
That's precisely why...
However...
There will be a way out.
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady. Brother, what is the...
Show yourself.
I've heard that a skilled...
Barely.
Now that you've had your fill...
What? No, you should be thinking.
That was a personal...
The Charmony Festival? I don't care what your Penacony.
Stop it.
Our paradise is not...
All right. Do you really believe... Well, I've done my part here. The left hand diddle me through.
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon. Let's wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
Okay. By the way, it seems like a lot is...
Well...
But that someone does... The Paradise Penacony is not...
Remember the old man we...
That might be true. That path... Is Penacony granting these people...
Well... The future for humanity... Do you remember how we took...
Yeah.
Well, shortly after you left...
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, that's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails and abandoned?
That's just sophistry. If that were true...
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire the vulnerable, some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were...
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree... In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality.
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world... No more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, Sister?
Mr. Gopherwood, if I could become a coordinator.
I see.
Don't you...
Of course I do. It's...
Then, let's build a stage that...
It's a deep...
Yeah, it's a deep...
Maybe.
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now?
Huh. But, Bart, why else would he have chosen? Do you have the numbers?
Got any more?
As I see it, Penacony is our... We're more familiar.
That's right. But the problem is... So... No. What's that supposed to... So, I heard... As long as we... So... to tell you the truth, I had been
So they're still running.
We'll follow March's plan.
I'm afraid I will...
Should we ever cross paths?
All right.
And Miss Firefly.
We've already come
This is also the spirit of...
Wow, they've really outdone them!
Behold, here come 4 friends with spirit eye and full... Yes, you!
Excuse me, you...
As the last group of
Would you be open to a...
Your journey is...
The sword and rock!
A knight's head is hot.
People are bored.
Ladies and gentlemen, please. Coming towards us now, allow me to introduce...
Hello.
I did anyway. Hello, everyone.
So it's a bunch of...
This place is buzzing.
That's right. This event is a miniature representation. At the time, no... Nameless, you once. During the dream-chasing air, I wholeheartedly... Haha! That's the trailblazing spirit.
Hello, everyone. Next up, get ready for the Mega March.
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the limits. That's Miss March Davenport.
I hope that by the end of this journey...
Ah, a wonderful...
Safety first, everybody.
Simple work waiting for you are 3 stages, each connected to that era. The first 2 stages are and in the last stage. Those are the rules.
Everyone, as the Charmony Festival is drawing closer, we must reach the end. March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long, and I'm told that...
Fine by me. All right. I don't know.
We'll split into the assigned groups.
Welcome to the first stage of Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd Scored. In the School of Acting Challenge, you have to complete 3 performances from 3 scripts, and now...
The champion's crown awaits you on the stage. Welcome to the arena of...
Competitors, allow me to... There are a total of 3 stages up ahead, each with their own challenges. The enemies you will contend against are... It's worth mentioning that the fastest time at this stage was achieved by a contestant with fiery red hair.
Time is of the essence. Let's make...
Contestants, as Dream Chase...
Sam in position.
Every petal in life's garden, all will be swept away by the wind.
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Life until everything burns to ashes! Set to the sea, go play!
Rhythm get messed up.
Step up, let's see ya!
Eternal. Firefly to fight!
Soul Glad! My Soul Glad!
Pretty simple.
Congratulate just as you're about to...
Why is our...
Because...
Isn't this just product...
Safeguard!
Dreams do come true.
Enjoying yourself?
Time to mix things up!
So this is the warmth of life.
Protected. Nice, like a good friends? Indulge yourselves!
Every petal in life's garden, all will be swept away by the wind. Life until everything burns to ashes!
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Set to the sea, go play!
Stay in step.
In the mood for another beating?
Existence is unity.
That's all you got? How's this taste?
So this is the warmth of life. Yeah.
like my friends? Indulge yourselves! Step up, let's see ya. It ain't over.
The mood is set. Just let the show begin.
Like until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Eternal. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Still unanswered. Attack detected.
In the mood for another beating?
Fight to live!
The world kisses me.
Please stay tuned.
Sound ringers.
Congratulate. No matter how.
None will take. Oh, dinosaur! Grab a bottle of salt.
Resistance is unified.
Target sighted. All units on alert. Attack! Recalibrating.
Away.
Step up, let's see ya. How's this take? Support received. Recalibrating. Time to mix things up.
So this
Take
is
your
the
positions.
warmth of life. There's more to life. Eternal.
Nothing. How's this? Nice, I can my friends. Indulge yourselves!
The mood is set. Let the show begin.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the sea aflame! Away.
Time to mix things up.
Great teamwork.
Firefly Type 4 in the fight.
Rhythm get me.
Isn't this fight?
Transforming into after an extent in the years that follow.
Well, looks like we won. Let's hurry up and get to the next stage.
You finished.
That red-haired contestant.
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next 10. You have the option to choose gunfire and undergo Brother Hanu's trial. And now... Dear friends, welcome to the enchanting universe. It is said that these cards enter into the world.
If it's a gunfire trial. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are we both in control of this Hanu character?
Very good. Looks like you've got... In this Hanu's Adventure episode, Moss Stone has gathered his battleships for an assault on Dream. Alas, Hanu present...
Oh, brave Hanu, you look like you... Long time no see, Hanu. You look pretty stressed out. How about an intense and thrilling game of... Oh, listen closely, but you know... Now, Skirt, I can't wait.
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us. Look up there. We can push that thing down. Do you think that would do the trick? Pieces. Let's hurry back.
Sensation of perfect Hurry now, Hanu.
Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented. Is that... What exactly is he doing?
It's time for me to make it...
Clocky?
In Dreamville, Hanu says... The enemy is... Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
So they just... Sheesh. Well, there we go again. Ready? I am gradually getting used to this.
Oh, did someone say last we spot brave Hanu?
But...
Guess what?
What a coincidentally convenient plot twist. It'd be even more awesome if the organizers allowed me to wear armor. shelves, right? He wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here.
Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies.
This thing feels just like the soul of this team.
It looks like we've got more.
Here we go again. That should be all of them, right?
Mother!
Well, that's that.
Oh, better than expected.
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves. But, unfortunately, there is only one who can be Pentecost in the finals. Welcome to the 30th...
No way. I think I just saw someone extraordinary.
A few decorative designs didn't go amiss.
Please stay tuned.
Are you...
Eternal.
Bear witness. To target sighted. All units on alert.
Take your positions.
In the mood for another beating? Time to mix things up. Support received. Let the duel commence. Put forth all your might. Join the battle.
Stay in step.
The flesh wound.
Exist. Existence is unity.
Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
The mood is set. Just let the show begin.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Like fire until everything burns to ashes! Set to the sea!
Challenge. Let's on you.
Fight to land!
Rhythm get messed up.
Rise to the challenge. And it'll... Behold, this symbol of pure... You are fighting a gentleman.
Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
Confess!
Stay away!
Put forth all your might!
There's more to life.
Stand in position. Let the duel will commence. Put forth all your might.
Still unanswered.
Join the battle. Step up, let's see ya. How's this taste? Support received. Like it, my friends. Indulge yourselves! Bear witness. You are fighting a gentleman. Stand in position.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to land!
In the mood for another beating? And it'll... Pledge on loyalty. Put forth all your might.
Set to the sea!
Challenge. Let the duel commence. Put forth all your might. If I can do it all again.
Fight to land!
Behold, this symbol of pure... You are fighting a gentleman. Join the battle. Attack!
Existence is unity.
Bear witness. To attack detected. Time to mix things up. Support
Some
received.
value, I suppose.
Rise to the challenge. Let the duel commence. Put forth all your might. Stand in position.
Take your positions.
Rise to the challenge.
Eternal.
Nice like it, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
The mood is set. Let the show begin.
Every petal in life's garden. All will be swept away by the wind.
Like until everything burns to ashes! Set to the sea!
Let's on you.
Stay away! This is more than last fight!
Rhythm get messed up.
Step up. Rise to the challenge. Bear witness to your fighting a gentleman.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
Confess! Put forth all your might!
There's more to life.
Joining the battle.
Rise to the challenge.
Take your positions.
Eternal.
Behold, this symbol of pure...
Target sighted. All units on alert.
Stay in step.
In the mood for another beating? Rise to the challenge. Let the duel commence. Put forth...
Existence is unity.
Bear witness to...
Target sighted. All units.
How's this take?
Support received.
Like until everything burns to ashes! Set
Pledge thy loyalty. Put forth all your might.
This is more than a battle.
Step up, let's see ya.
Some value, I suppose. Eternal. Enjoying yourself?
Confess.
Don't catch up. Rhythm get messed up.
Rise like my friends. Indulge yourselves! Challenge. Time to mix things up.
Great teamwork.
There's more to life.
Sam in position.
Behold, this symbol of pure...
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas aflame!
Some value, I suppose. Existence is unity.
Let the duel commence. Pledge thy loyalty.
Firefly Type 4 in position.
Take your positions.
Put forth all your might. How's this take?
So, this is the warmth
This
of
is
life.
more than a battle. Fight!
Challenge. Behold, this symbol of pure beauty. Like a good brew, my friends. Indulge yourself!
Attack detected.
In the mood for another beating? Time to mix things up.
Support
There's more to life.
received.
You are fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Stay in step.
Stand in position.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Like until everything burns to ashes!
Grace and elegance. Eternal.
Take your positions.
Fight to the
Let the duel commence.
Time to mix things up.
So this is the warmth of life.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
Joining the battle.
Confess. Put forth all your might.
My psychic, my friends. Indulge yourself!
Rise to the challenge.
Stand in position.
Rise to the challenge.
The mood is set. Just let the show begin.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
like fun till everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Rise to the challenge.
We don't have much time. May fate allow it. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make...
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival. Before entering the Grand Theater, I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. Both I and the Oak. We acknowledge the perspective of you Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet, through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. Ultimately, only heroes like yours. But I would dare ask, if you a dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise?
That's Mr. Sunday. Even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone. This way, will it...
Now let's talk about our final course.
You mean to say that...
Indeed, Dream Master.
Do you have...
I'd like to ask, if I have offended...
Dream Master.
Sunday. The magnitude of the Sunday.
I will do as you command.
Robin.
I will do as you command.
May thy will.
Oh, triple face.
Let us begin.
Understood? Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your
Naturally.
Have you strayed from...
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate?
Never.
Then, a fun.
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were such a delicate...
Perfectly harmonize it. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony. In the distant later, the bow and Eon may...
Mr. Yang being overly... For the sake of...
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you.
So...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal within the Foundation and through harmony.
Unbelievable.
What have you done?
Don't worry.
You should know that the...
Should we need to see your efforts for the justice? Smart kid.
If it is the order that...
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. Penacony and the entire natural selection.
So you've decided to...
If Miss Himiko is... I'm willing to divulge. So, come with...
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape.
Did you do the same to what...
It's a tuning Tuning allows now, everyone. From this point on, I believe after going through... Let's begin. This story happened when later on. That baby bird, we decided to build it. It was clear that if we decided that when it its destiny. No. I pass the power of choice to you all. Stick to the original or building. I eagerly await you.
That guy just casually throws this kind of... If it were me... after all, leaving it there, it's...
I can't decipher his intentions right now, but even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first.
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisoning us. Back to the question. I would no special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky. But if it can't...
Interesting. Since you've made up your... From what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small birds, even if they shy away from humans. These animals are... As for the choice you made, I am deep... This story happened when I was appointed as It was during that period. He was a dream chaser. He told me he had a plan in place after hearing the Dream Chaser's story. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain? I look forward to everyone.
But what cruel...
This question, I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhound.
It seems illegal stowaways are really quite common on... He sold his kids with that thought.
I'm honored to wit first. The out now then. He told me the reason you in the end. As to your choice and the story this time. This story, what surprised me was the letter contained...
Do you know who wrote this?
My sister.
To help you grip
from what the letter...
Correct.
A stray...
A wall has broken. She hoped to eat...
Is she alright?
If the operation by the eon above those...
Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen?
It's all in the past, likewise. Because this is me. Would you still support? I see. I am now aware of everyone's step. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the Harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream I know the suffering of being tormented. The turmoil of losing your way. How sorrow, and even despair, set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble...
So what is your definition of living a happy...
Good question. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual... Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis, that is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide a during these hard-earned rest days, and it is only on these days that people... From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite. And thus, there would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss...
It sounds...
But...
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained forever.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality.
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why? But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this.
I admit that you are a born leader. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making the want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether perhaps in your mind. Because
What is this place?
Does this place ring? It's the realm within a dream. Dr. Edward from the dream. So I thought, I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
I wasn't sure. Exactly. The question now, you're drawing closer to...
All right.
I guess... maybe this...
You managed to choose the right door?
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. But I feel like I've been here before, and even lived here for a while. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling of firewood. And the room on the other side was the toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor and making up stories for each of them. Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So, what is this place?
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. We can surely get them back. Since this place seems...
Yeah, then...
Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything about it, Misha?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the Watchmaker. But
anything special?
Mikhail?
Grandpa?
But we haven't. Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea and had lots of friends who accompanied him on his travels. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise, both renowned seafarers. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea. I want to become a great adventurer, just like him.
It appears that this... So, where is your
He went off on... So, where has Clonky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville? I heard some noises from the room. Origami Bird? That's a friend of mine.
You and Origami Bird are friends?
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass Crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one Origami Bird. They are a big family with lots of brothers and sisters who look the same. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best sailors.
Sailors? Can Origami Birds...
Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever there is danger, Clocky will use a compass and guide the ship in the right direction.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville and never ventured out, right?
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird. I clearly remember Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead.
Every time I...
Have you recalled anything?
Yeah. He often said...
Hey, don't tease! I was just being a bit sentimental.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Yeah. While Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made, into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the Watchmaker.
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all. Could this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers to the memory zone.
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep... Perhaps I'll... I wish to share your burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No. We should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different.
Up ahead is... Grandpa's study.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky! You're here! Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records. He described how to ensure that on that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I asked him if I...
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. And he said that...
A train?
It's... Then, he said, the distant sound...
Exactly!
Yeah.
This is the dream jigsaw.
Do you remember?
Hey!
Looks like we're just... So that's how it works.
This is it. While I spent my time here,
So, this building...
Yes, this dream...
Wait!
Marge, do you remember...
Yeah? The little guy here, right?
Looks like everyone...
The answer lies in... And when we were in Dreamfly. A mimetic life that...
But Misha can...
That's the key to the mist. Have you ever seen...
Wait.
That's the answer. I should have stayed here.
So it's not that the whistle you heard.
That's one way to see it. How about we...
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my truth. I was born on Mikhail Char Legwork. If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name.
So, you're...
As for the child who has been... And this...
At the end of the journey. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel dorm, the one who brought our unconscious...
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up backward, but in the end... If I may apologize, I left my homeland. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to So, if you ask what's left within this, now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you. For all I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long... And my hat, too, now. It's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
right, everyone. Let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Of course. We've come this far. Surely there's no other option than moving forward.
In that case, then let's proceed together to the end of this stream.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step.
Please don't go.
Even without me, you... Now go! Board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case torn, and the marks on the dial all worn out. How did you manage to fix it?
Well, it's the hands, mister.
I see.
But I...
Don't worry.
Where are you going, Legward? I see. The people of Astana, don't worry. This is... Farewell, Legward.
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier, and I'm the only former Nameless in Penacony. So why can't it be me?
Because you're all we have. Have you forgotten about Tiernan? The cosmos is way more dangerous now. What will happen to Penacony if we lose you too?
But what will happen to Tiernan? We Nameless if I don't come back in one piece.
Where are you going?
Oh.
Answer my question.
Relax, Gallagher.
Oh, come on. If you die...
Yes. We'll organize a...
So...
Desperate. Make sure to send...
Misha!
Oh. Last night...
Write it down?
Oh.
Of course.
Yes. I was a kid. I wanted to have...
Yeah.
But you know what? It was so... And the watchmaker...
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else. I've traveled far enough.
Oh.
No, I'll stay here. And then...
This is... where it ends? You told me that the trail...
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your
next destination. Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're...
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is? Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go, but don't worry. Whether it's calming, happy, angry, or sad, all they need is a little nudge to take. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to Order.
Aeon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this? Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an Aeon?
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you. I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, but on center stage. Since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, let's draw a conclusion there, in all fairness. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
That's why?
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, now that we've taken up the mantle, we can...
However, the desire to dream, to slumber and escape reality. All those hidden emotions have given birth to the sweet dream of the... They've harnessed...
What do you mean?
I believe Firefly.
Before I left, the Destiny Slave told me that this journey would bring unforgettable rewards. Because one of the
3 times?
The first time. So now I've understood the meaning of my second death. And I am prepared to face it. If all goes well, my efforts will provide crucial support for you. Only by achieving victory in this battle can we secure a future for Penacony.
The most terrible...
The true death.
We must do everything.
Have you made...
Yes.
Thank you again for your assistance.
Yeah. I dreamed of a scorched earth.
Everyone, are you ready?
A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me. Like fireflies to a flame, life begets death. May we meet again in reality.
After today, Japella's name will disappear. That's your next stop.
Land of the dream. You mean?
Silverwolf told me.
Well, I want people die. We.
Do you exist?
Are you not this? If I were to die, though, it's a tombstone. It bear the...
That's quite... I can sense that this... It's a shame you won't be able to... Yeah. Not just those nameless. Even Mr. Wings. But in the end, well, then I'll be joining you soon. Let's get together and have supper again. Oh, here's to you. A glass of hello and goodbye, Trailblazer. To the imperfect tomorrow.
It's warm here, isn't it? You're lucky to have found shelter from the rain.
It's a shame these berries don't have much flavor.
Seriously? In case you didn't know, this fruit is pretty juicy. The only downside is that when you chew it, it becomes extremely spicy. Have you lost your sense of taste?
I can still taste certain things, like a faint sweetness. Before coming here, I stopped by a place called Orkron. It had barren cliffs and nights lit by bonfires. Burgundy snow would fall from the sky, and when it landed on my tongue, it tasted like raspberry. The flavor wasn't tasty. Don't worry about it.
Well, by the way...
No, I had a... She... became stagnant water.
Well... my condolences.
Condolences. I don't need them. The girl left with a smile. She never regretted her choice and most definitely
That's proof that...
Or...
Afraid?
I'm afraid I'll forget. I fear that those...
Hard to imagine.
Because as long as this spread... In the end, it will lead me beyond the horizon of existence. And on the other side, I will... cut off nihility.
The one blessed by the sleeping and shapeless is considering how to kill them. That's truly pure nihility. But you're right about one thing. After spending so much time near this stagnant water, only when I look at this vibrant red fire do I realize that I'm still alive.
When will this rain?
Perhaps.
Have you heard of a half an amber arrow?
Do you think the same thing?
Yes.
Because of the nihility,
I would disagree. If the family messes...
No.
What do you mean?
The path in Penacony.
Do you remember the two paths locked?
Shepe, the Harmony.
Holy forklift, I don't see any...
I can't say for sure.
Whoa, Boo, now, this is getting way too complicated. Is this why you want us to leave Astana right away? Are you giving up?
The Charmony Festival will start soon. There's one thing that I need to confirm no matter what. A warp jump is the best way to do so.
Time is running out. I have another plan.
Hold on. Are you thinking of Jade, Abacus of Allying Oath?
Exactly. The assistance from the lawful Cloud Knights would be enough.
Think it over carefully. You can only use that once in your lifetime.
I have considered it thoroughly. My companions are... They're also once-in-a-lifetime treasures.
The Nameless is quite the diplomat. Our secrets have spread like wildfire within the family. This is a crucial moment for us. So, where is the
What do you mean? I'm right here in front of you.
You know, she was supposed to be the star of the Charmony Festival.
But the plan has changed. As her brother, I know she doesn't want to sing for the Order. So I'll take her place.
You've always been wise beyond your years. I'm sure you understand the consequences of your choice.
If you consider this, well, there can't be two suns in the sky. I'll step up and take down the other sun if necessary.
Do you believe in karma?
If karma exists, then everyone has their own karma. You have yours, and I have mine. And my karma has none.
All right. Since you're willing to sacrifice yourself for her, I'll grant your wish.
Well, the compromise came.
You and your sister were born as twins. Of course. The opening is near. Go, my child. Seize the power of the harmony and reveal your karma.
I have one final question, Master. Why did you choose to bring the Order to Penacony? Wouldn't it have been better to choose a desperate world instead of a city filled with hope and dreams?
It's for justice. If we lose justice in our hearts, we'll make...
So, it's not...
Well, that's where our conversation ends. Go ahead. The 107,000.
I shall ascend.
Bathed in my light, my people shall flourish, while all evil shall be eradicated.
This is the interior.
It's quite
And not only that. Even if we're late, let's explore. Is that all?
Gosh, the atmosphere here is so creepy and unsettling. Even if there's no audience yet, there should be some staff around. Why is it so silent?
Unknown to each other, yet united in purpose, we make the same choices.
Yikes! They scared the life out of me! Why are there so many puppets at the ticket office? Stop it!
Are these puppets part of the stage setup? Even so, it's so eerie that the entire front hall is empty.
Nice.
Something feels off. We're in the right place.
There's no other grand theater in the dreamscape.
So Sunday's...
My apology. I'm waiting for you behind the curtain. Following the Asdana tradition, history is a within it. Let us commence with the... After the Dusk Wars, darkness veiled the sky, and chaos consumed the earth. Enna the Order emerged, destined to restore all existence. That marked the first day. They gathered nebulae and forged them into pix, thus creating a grand lyre with black and white keys. Strike the white keys, and the sun rose. Strike the black keys, and the moon rose. And so, the cycle of day and night arose. That...
The puppets are gathering around the frame. Are they expecting us to enter it? Where are we now?
The atmosphere here. This act is named...
I thought things were fun.
I genuinely wish to avoid a violent clash with my esteemed guests from afar. Therefore, I've arranged 3 acts before the situation becomes irreparable. Where shall we start? Well, let's start with the time when Penacony was still a frontier prison. In 2147 AE, a prisoner named Mu ignited a struggle for liberty and emerged triumphant. IPC referred to it as the War of the Frontier, while the Asdanians dubbed it the War of Independence. Acknowledge that while he bestowed freedom upon the prisoners, he didn't grant them true liberation. The 3 nameless stayed on the planet, endeavoring to spread the tenets of Trailblaze throughout the frontier prison. Alas, their efforts proved futile.
that all?
Let's build another prison, not within the
Once again, Asdana was engulfed in war. This time, the enemies originating from within. The prisoners remained prisoners for the rest of their lives, fighting for freedom rather than living for it.
Looks good.
I hope you like this land of...
As you can see, freedom
Visitors, this...
Hey! Why do we have to fight while enjoying the show?
For I desire not only your enjoyment, but also your assistance.
Eternal. Like until everything burns to ashes! Set to the speed of flame! This is more than a battle. Fight to live!
Rhythm get messed up. Let's improvise.
Step up, let's see ya!
Firefly Type 4 in set to the speed of flame!
Stay in step.
In the mood for another beating?
Some value, I suppose. Existence is unity.
Join you, detonate!
Don't miss the best timing. Dreams do come true.
Set in position.
Rhythm get messed up.
Step up, let's time to mix things up!
Support received.
Eternal.
Join the battle.
Vice like my friends? Indulge yourselves!
Let's improvise.
In the mood for another beating?
Grace and elegance.
Take your positions.
Step up, let's see ya!
Detonate.
Like There's more to life. Existence is unity.
Stick.
No one can restrain you.
Thus concludes the...
This must be how... However...
This show is... Puppets. Where are they guiding us this time?
They transmuted streams of stars into inked nibs, creating symbols to be pronounced and counted. They molded stardust into flowing rivers, assigning the righteous upstream and the unjust downstream. Thus, all things were marked, and the world learned to discern between good and evil. That marked the third and fourth days.
Look, another frame.
Ode to Fool. This must...
The surroundings are...
Behold the ensuing tale, a struggle for power. Penacony witnessed the ascent of the 7 major lineages: tree, grass, flower, bird, beast, fruit, and insect. Peace never truly graced Land of the Exiles. The history in this era is rich and intricate, so please allow me to present it in allegorical form. Land of the Exiles was in disarray, besieged by both internal and external perils. Though the 7 major lineages appeared unique,